Now, I want to do a segment, and I told y'all about this segment. The reason I got inspired about this segment is because the Tuesday YouTube show, we did our all disappointment list. Yeah. And I don't want us to be one of those shows or those guys that only have negative things, that only talk about the disappointing parts. So I wanted to create a block and a segment in the show where we can take time out. It don't have to get deep. It don't have to be big brain, but we simply find guys around the league that we feel like deserve a little bit more love, and we give them their flowers. These are guys that we are enjoying who are not the obvious, right? Like everybody's enjoying what Jaylen Brown is doing. Everybody loves the season Ryan Rollins is having and all of these MIP guys. But there are guys, when you look around the league, who you might be like, man, he's just not getting enough love, and he's having a really good year. And it could be a lot of different reasons. You know, if you play next to a big-name superstar, you might not get love. If you play on a team that got 9 wins, you might get forgotten about. So I'm curious to see who y'all got on the list, and I'm excited to talk about some of the guys that I have. D-Mills, who was one of the first names on your list?
Caleb Love is one of those guys, to me, I think deserve a little bit more love and appreciation. I think he's doing a great job with his opportunity. He's taking advantage of it, and I think he's going to really be a guy that works his way into being a key rotational piece out there in Portland, especially with the way that he shoots the ball and he can score the ball. He can get, when he gets his opportunities and he wants to self-create, he can get to the rim and he can do a few other things, but I think Caleb Love has been having a very underrated season out there in Portland, especially with all the injuries that they've had. Scoot, Drew Holiday went down. They needed someone to step in, and Caleb Love has been comfortably stepping in and doing what he needed to do.
He has. It's so funny seeing his transformation. In college, he was looked at as a guy that was just like a high-volume chucker who can get hot and things like that.
Yeah.
But to see that confidence and that shot making and taking level kind of translate immediately in the NBA, it just shows you it's two different leagues, and sometimes you need that confidence of guys who just don't care.
Yeah.
That I don't give a F type of mentality is needed in certain roles on a team, and it's been helping him out of a rookie state, because a lot of guys are kind of timid, you know what I mean, don't want to step on anybody's toes, and Caleb Love, have had some of those performances we saw from him in college.
And I think he just compliments from playing with a guy like Denny. Like, Denny attracts so much attention already naturally, so like,
it's also got to be dope having that play style and being on a team where you can learn from a Damian Lillard.
Yeah, for sure. You could definitely see some sort of similarities with they like shot making.
Yeah. Who you got over there, Mike?
I just seen Caleb Love climb up a little bit more in the rookie rankings too. One guy that I got that I feel like doesn't get enough love is Ayo Dosunmu. He is a really versatile player. I'm talking about on both ends of the floor. Defensively, he can guard 1 through 3. And then on the other side, he's actually really good at being able, I'm not going to say really good, but I think for the player that he is pretty solid at creating his own shot and getting his own looks. And he's also one of the better transition players, I feel like. On top of that, this guy shoots 40% from 3 this year. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of teams are looking at him to trade for him and grab an Ayo and have some more eyes on him once he hits a bigger stage.
No, Ayo Dosunmu has been amazing this year, especially when you talk about what he does on both sides of the court. He's a two-way guard. Yeah. And a lot of teams would love to have that on their team, especially because he can also put the ball on the floor.
I was going to say,
he can self-create.
Super versatile.
And he can also catch and shoot. So, like, he does a good job of doing whatever the offense needs him to do.
He's such a Chicago kid that it's going to hurt to see him go.
It is.
Yeah, I don't want to see him go. I love Ayo in Chicago, man.
But you just know his market for those playoff teams is so high. A guy that I want to give some love to, Day'Ron Sharpe from the Brooklyn Nets. Like one of the best rebounders in the game. I feel like he's had a really good stretch here in the underrated season himself. He is rebounding 15.2% of his team's misses, which is in a 92 percentile. Just an incredible offensive rebounder, a guy who is taking leaps with his shooting each and every year, being more aggressive. And, yeah, I feel like because the Nets are one of those teams that struggle, because a lot of the attention is going to go to the MPJ and the rookies like Jaeger Demon or Yeoman, I should say. Day'Ron Sharpe can kind of get lost a bit there. But, yeah, he's had some games where he's been on the floor a little bit more than Nick Claxton. Yeah. And he's taking advantage of some of those opportunities. And who doesn't love a big man who's going to attack and crash the offensive glass at the rate that Day'Ron Sharpe does? But, yeah, Day'Ron Sharpe.
I feel like last year we saw a lot more of the Day'Ron Sharpe and Claxton minutes together. This year we're seeing a lot more Noah Clowney and Claxton, just because Noah Clowney has
Space the floor, but yeah.
He's emerged as a really good player this year. But yeah, I wish we did see that double big lineup sometimes a little bit more.
Day'Ron has also been a really good defensive playmaker as a big. So I'll give him a lot of credit for that. But yeah, a name that you're just not going to hear on a national level too much, but a nice young big who I wouldn't be surprised a lot of playoff teams ended up having some interest in to come off the bench.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Mike, but I want to stay in Portland with City Sissoko. What he does statistically isn't going to jump out at you,
right.
But he just plays hard. The dude just plays hard. He defends at a high level. And he just leaves his hard hat out there, and that's sometimes what it takes for you to get paid.
Yeah,
is that sometimes you just have to say, I'm gonna let the skill come, but one thing that you're not gonna take away from me is my effort, and that's what City does, and I just love that from him. And I think sometimes he just brings that energy to the Portland team that they need sometimes.
Yeah, and again, you gotta like it because anytime there's opportunity, you gotta be able to take advantage of it, and he's been doing exactly that.
I'm gonna give some flowers to a former Knick, a guy who a lot of us had a hard time watching leave. Dante DiVincenzo has been really good for this Minnesota Timberwolves team. The way he's shooting the ball, the way he's defending, the playmaking aspect on a team that obviously we know is struggling with at the point guard position. That's been the main talk is, who is a point guard they can go get? Where's the pivot that they can make? But with him, Anthony Edwards, and I'm also going to tie his flowers into the flowers of somebody else. Julius Randle, the season that he is having, I don't hear enough about Julius Randle, and I'm not here to say he should be an all-star, but I do think Julius Randle's name should be in the conversation because he has helped uplift this team, and he's one of the biggest reasons why they're able to have the success that they're having outside of obviously Anthony Edwards. This team right now is looking like they can make another push and another play for the Western Conference Finals yet again off the lead of Anthony Edwards as an offensive weapon, off of Rudy playing at a Defensive Player of the Year level again, and then in between those two guys, the season and the shooting and the defense and the playmaking from Dante DiVincenzo, and then offensively, everything that Julius Randle is giving you. This is going up into one of those years for Julius Randle, and he's had some amazing years and his bounce back to all-star level with the Knicks. This offensively is up there with those seasons. So for him to be able to do it next to an Anthony Edwards, which was one of the biggest questions they had when the trade was happening, it makes the extension and everything that these two sides did look a lot better because the Karl-Anthony Towns trade was we'll bring in Julius Randle and then that'll open up some money when he gets off the books, but he looks like a really damn good replacement.
He looks like he's a lock to stay here.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why making a trade for them always seemed kind of tough because it's got to be Naz Reid, but Naz Reid also seems like a guy that kind of is a lock, but somebody got to go.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell that Anthony Edwards and him formed a really good chemistry together too. The way they kind of share the ball and know that they can both operate.
Yeah.
One guy that I feel like needs to be brought up just because even with their best player out, they've still been able to win games. Peyton Watson has been, to me, a legit two-way player. He's been doing it on both sides of the floor.
Yes.
I mean, offensively, he's taking shot creator type shots.
Yeah, no, he's creating off the dribble. He's getting to the basket. He's doing everything.
And again, we know he's kind of proven what he could do defensively. I feel like every big game, there's always a time where if they need to stop, he gets a clutch block or a clutch chase down or something like that, clutch steal. He's always been one of those players, and he is really molded or just elevated his game. And if Denver wants to win another one, they're going to need him, and I feel like he's rising to the occasion.
Yeah, I know it's going to be crazy this offseason because a lot of teams are going to be calling his phone.
I don't think he'll be back with the Nuggets.
And unfortunately, the Nuggets are again going to go into an offseason where they're losing someone who has outplayed their contract. That just seems, but that is a testament to them too, how well they develop talent.
Sure.
If you consistently are getting guys priced out,
then maybe they can find another one.
That's good for you.
Next year, Julian Strother is gone.
Yeah, or Spencer Jones.
Yep, or he's kind of already, but yeah, I get what you mean. Another guy I want to get some love to, Paul Reed for the Detroit Pistons, man. Yeah. Paul Reed has been having a really amazing year. He fits what they want to do defensively. Another gritty guy that fits exactly the mold of Detroit basketball, getting in the trenches, defensive playmaker, on the glass heavy. I'm loving the year that he's having. Another guy that's on the offensive glass.
Hit subscribe for more news, highlights, and analysis from the NBA on NBC.